let me introduce you all to Mr. Johnny. He is a hodophile, that is, he loves to travel a lot. He has taken a complete tour of our country, India, and he has also visited several foreign countries. Now, here are some pictures from his travelogue. See, here we have picture of Thar Desert, Goa beaches, Himalayan mountains, and Deccan Plateau. So now in these 4 images we can see different landscapes. See, here in the first picture we can see a vast endless desert. In this picture we can see beaches. Here we find tall snow-capped mountains, and here we have a plateau. So these different structures represent different landforms of the earth. So now let us study what is a landform. A landform is a physical feature that occurs naturally on the Earth's surface. So in other words, we can say landform is a natural feature on the Earth's surface. Now the different continents we know about, that is North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, and also Australia are all part of landforms. In fact, different kinds of landforms are present in these continents. For example, Rockies is a mountain which is located in North America. See, here we have the picture of Rockies. These Rockies mountains is present in North America. Again, here we have the picture of Tibetan Plateau. This Tibetan Plateau is located in Asia. This is another type of landform. Again, here we have the Amazon rainforest. This is the picture of Amazon rainforest. Amazon rainforest is located in South America. Now, Amazon rainforest is a plain which is entirely covered with trees. Now, here we have the picture of Sahara Desert. Now, Sahara Desert is located in Africa. Now, Sahara Desert is a dry and barren land, that is a plain without any vegetation cover. So, we see that different kinds of landforms are present in these continents, and these continents themselves are part of landforms. So, in the previous examples, we have studied about different types of landforms. Like, see, this is the picture of Rockies mountains. So, Rockies is a mountain which is a type of landform. Next, here we have Tibetan Plateau. Tibetan Plateau is a plateau or a highland. And then here we have the picture of Amazon rainforest and Sahara Desert. Now, Amazon rainforest and Sahara Desert are different types of plains. So, these different types of landforms are present on the Earth's surface. Now, the branch of geography that deals with the different kinds of landforms is called geomorphology, where geo means earth and morphology is the study of different shapes or structures. Therefore, geomorphology is the branch of geography that deals with the study of landforms, their processes of formation, and different types of landforms like mountains, plateaus, and plains. So now let us see how these landforms are formed. Now you already know what is a landform. So now let's see how they are formed. Well, during the formation of the earth, there are various natural forces that are active on the earth's surface, like the waves or running water and also winds. Now, apart from this, there are other forces that are acting below the earth's surface, and due to which we can see volcanoes or even earthquakes. So these forces collectively are responsible for the formation of landforms. So the natural forces that act on the earth's surface or inside it are actively responsible for the formation of landforms. So we can see that there are actually two forces that are responsible for the formation of landforms, the one that are acting on the earth's surface and the one that are acting below the earth's surface. Now we will first deal with the forces that are acting on the earth's surface. Now, there are various forces that are active on the earth's surface. As you can see in this video, wind is blowing over vast barren lands. Again, river is flowing over hard rocks, and glaciers are also moving over the exposed land surface. So these forces, that is the action of wind, water and frost, collectively change the land surface and leads to the formation of new landforms. So these forces that are active on the earth's surface and can be observed by us are called exogenetic or exogenic processes. They are acting on the earth's surface and are responsible for the formation of various landforms. Now, the exogenetic or exogenic processes, that is the process that act on the earth's surface, include three different processes, that is weathering, erosion and deposition. Now, weathering and erosion is very similar, but there is a slight difference between weathering and erosion. Weathering refers to the disintegration of rocks in its own place, while erosion refers to the breaking down of rocks and transportation of eroded materials elsewhere. Apart from this, there is another process, that is deposition. Now, the agents of weathering are wind, running water, frost or glaciers, and as well as biological agents like the vegetation cover, as we can see in this picture. See, in this picture we can see that how due to growth of a plant the rock is breaking in its own place. Now coming to the second picture, here we can see how wind is eroding a land surface. Well, let me tell you that the agents of weathering and erosion are same. Now, the eroded or the weathered materials do not vanish suddenly from the earth's surface, but the weathered or the eroded materials are transported elsewhere, that is, they are deposited in a different place. So here in this picture we see how a river is carrying the eroded rocks, pebbles and debris, and they are depositing the eroded materials here. So this is leading to a formation of a new plain. So these exogenetic processes, that is the processes that are acting on the earth's surface, which includes weathering, erosion and deposition on the earth's surface, are causing or result in the formation of new landforms. Now we will see how landforms are formed by each of these processes in details. So look at this picture. See, just as we can peel the petals of an onion, the surface of the rocks also gets peeled off or they scale off, and these rocks are called exfoliated rocks. The exfoliated rocks or these type of landforms are formed due to fluctuations in temperature. Due to high temperature, the surface of the rocks expand while they contract when the temperature drops. So now due to this repeated expansion and contraction, the surface of the rocks become loose and they scale off. And this is how they look. So this is the picture of exfoliated rocks, and exfoliated rocks are examples of landforms formed by weathering. Because see, these rocks are weathered or disintegrated in their own place. Does it have a similar appearance with something? Yes, it looks like a honeycomb. I hope you all have seen a honeycomb. So since these rocks looks like a honeycomb, therefore these rocks are called honeycomb rocks. Now here in this image we have a picture of a limestone cave. Now let me discuss how the honeycomb rocks and limestone caves are formed. Well, the honeycomb rocks and limestone caves are landforms formed due to weathering. Now, honeycomb rocks are found in coastal areas and therefore sea waves constantly crash on these rocks. Now, these rocks are very soft and porous and therefore the sea water or salt water percolates or moves into the cracks or holes present in these rocks. Now, when the salt water evaporates, salt crystals are left behind. These crystals grow in size and the holes become bigger, and this is how honeycomb rocks are formed. Now coming to the second picture, limestone caves. Well, limestone caves are rich in a compound called limestone. Now this compound is soluble in carbonic acid. Now carbonic acid is a combination of carbon dioxide and water. Now, during precipitation, when carbonic acid comes in contact with these rocks, the limestone present in these rocks, which is also soluble in carbonic acid, mixes with the rainwater and creates these hollows. And this is how limestone caves are formed. So, the honeycomb rocks and limestone caves are examples of landforms formed due to weathering. Now, before we proceed with our lesson, can you help me to answer this question? Honeycomb rocks are formed due to weathering by salt water, lime water, wind or glacier. Well, the correct answer is salt water, because we just read that honeycomb rocks are generally found in coastal areas where they are hit by sea waves and sea water is rich in salt. So, honeycomb rocks are formed due to weathering by salt water. So now let us continue with our lesson. Look at this unique rock. Does this rock have a similar appearance with something? Can you name that object? Well, this rock looks like a mushroom, and therefore these rocks are also called mushroom rocks. Now, mushroom rocks are landforms formed by erosion. Now, these mushroom rocks are found in semi-arid regions where we can find lot of sand. Now, the sand are very loose and they are easily blown away by wind, and therefore when wind blow over these rocks, they carry away sand, dust and other particles along with them, and therefore the exposed surface of the rock gets eroded and leads to the formation of mushroom rocks. So now let us assume that this mushroom rock looked like this earlier, but now due to erosion these portions have been eroded and finally we get this structure. So mushroom rocks that resemble mushrooms are landform formed by erosion. As I've already said, erosion refers to not only breaking down of rocks but also transportation of eroded materials. See, the eroded materials are no more present here, but they have been blown away by wind elsewhere. So, mushroom rocks are landforms formed by erosion. Now, more examples of landforms formed by erosion are sea arches and gorges. See, here we have the picture of a sea arch, And here we have the picture of a gorge. Now these landforms are formed due to erosion by water. Just a while ago in a video we saw that how running water that flow over the rocks erode the land surface over which they flow. And here also when sea waves constantly hit these rocks, see, these portion of the rocks gets eroded and we get this structure. And here in this image, when a river flows in this region, it erodes this portion of the land surface, and due to this continuous erosion we get this structure. So sea arches and gorges are examples of landforms formed by erosion. Now, as I have mentioned earlier, the weathered and the eroded materials do not vanish suddenly, but they are taken elsewhere, that is, they are deposited elsewhere. So now, due to deposition of weathered and eroded materials, new landforms are formed. Now, deltas and sand dunes are landforms formed by deposition. I'll explain you how. See, we already know that when a river flows over a land surface, it erodes the land surface, that is, it carries silt, alluvium and other debris along with it. Now, when a river connects with a larger water body, say an ocean or a sea, its speed decreases and it starts depositing these sediments. So here also a river is depositing the eroded materials and it is leading to the formation of a delta. So this is how deltas and alluvial plains are formed. So this picture shows an example of a landform formed by deposition of a river. Now coming to the second picture. This is the picture of a desert, and we know in desert we can find vast stretch of sand. Now sand is very loose and they are easily blown away or carried away by wind. Now when the flow of a wind is obstructed by an obstacle, say a boulder or a bush, it deposits the sand particles here, and these leads to the formation of sand dunes. So sand dunes are example of landforms formed by the depositional work of a wind. Now look at this vast stretch of sand. This is called loess. It is present in north of central China. These loess are formed due to sand depositions by wind over a continuous period of time, and these sand dunes are very thick. So loess is an example of a landform formed due to sand deposition by wind. We have studied about different landforms that are formed due to forces acting on the Earth's surface, or landforms formed by exogenic processes. Now we will study about landforms that are formed by processes that are acting within the Earth's surface. Now these processes that act beneath the Earth's surface or inside the Earth are called endogenic processes. And due to these forces we can see earthquakes and volcanoes. Now earthquakes and volcanic eruptions leads to the formation of new landforms. We will discuss how. Earthquakes and volcanoes are examples of endogenic processes, and endogenic processes act beneath the Earth's surface, and therefore unlike the exogenic processes, endogenic processes cannot be observed by us as they act below the Earth's surface. We know the Earth's interior is quite different from its exterior appearance. The Earth's core, which is present in the innermost part of the Earth, is a ball of burning rocks. And the Earth's crust is also divided into several tectonic plates. Due to high temperature and pressure that are present beneath the Earth's surface, the tectonic plates present on the Earth's crust move. The plates either converge or diverge and cause cracks on the Earth's surface. Due to high temperature, the magma present below the Earth tries to escape through these cracks and flow as volcano. This is known as a volcanic eruption. During a volcanic eruption, lava flows out of a volcano. Gradually, on reaching the Earth's surface, the volcano condenses and leads to the formation of new landforms. So, in the previous video, we saw that there are various forces or various processes that are acting inside the Earth. And due to these various forces, we have volcanic eruptions. During volcanic eruption, lava flows out of a volcano. Now, on reaching the Earth's surface, lava gradually condenses as the Earth's surface is comparatively cooler. Now, the solidification or condensation of lava leads to the formation of new landforms like volcanic mountains and volcanic plateaus. So, volcanic mountains and volcanic plateaus are examples of landforms formed due to endogenic processes. See, here we have an image of Mount Fuji. Now, Mount Fuji is an example of a volcanic mountain. Well, let me discuss how volcanic mountains are formed. If lava condenses and piles one upon the other in a confined region, it forms a figure like this, and this is how a volcanic mountain is formed. Well, if lava gradually condenses over a vast region, then it leads to the formation of a volcanic plateau. Colorado Plateau is an example of a volcanic plateau. Now, look at these two pictures again. See, here we have a picture of a mountain, whereas this image shows a plateau. Now, a mountain looks quite different from a plateau because a mountain has a higher elevation than a plateau. Apart from this, there are other differences also. Mountains and plateaus shows different kinds of landforms. We will study about these different kinds of landforms later. So, in this lesson, we have studied about the definition of landform. A landform is a natural feature on the Earth's surface. And we have also studied about the various processes that leads to the formation of these landforms. There are two major forces that leads to the formation of landforms. The one that are acting on the Earth's surface, and they are called exogenetic or exogenic forces. And the other one are the forces that act below the Earth's surface, and they are called endogenic forces. Exogenic processes includes weathering, erosion and deposition, and these processes are carried by natural agents like wind, water and frost or glaciers. And then we have also studied about endogenic forces in details. We have studied that endogenic forces are forces that act beneath the Earth's surface, and due to these processes we have volcanic eruptions, and during volcanic eruptions lava flows out of a volcano, and due to solidification and condensation of lava different kinds of landforms are formed on the Earth's surface like a volcanic mountain and a volcanic plateau. Now we will study about mountain, plateaus and plains in details in our later lessons. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can also register for free at DeltaStep.com or download the DeltaStep app to learn one-to-one with our amazing teachers or to get access to our 5,000 amazing videos as per your school syllabus. Master each topic with our adaptive practice technology. Get million+ questions with step-by-step solutions and unlimited mock tests. Get all your doubt resolved instantly. Learn via games and win amazing prizes like PlayStations and iPads. So at DeltaStep, learning is not just fun and easy, but it's rewarding too. So register for free now.